Well, hello again there, YouTube. So this Oily Mitts mechanic coming at you here. I just got a few things thought I'd share with y'all. I'm not worried about anybody copying this stuff for a couple of reasons. I've already seen it out there in tool catalogs and on tool trucks and that sort of stuff. And the other reason is pretty ugly stuff, so I don't think anybody's going to want to copy me. But these are some things that I just kind of whipped up as I needed them, whatever the situation was. And I just figured, well, I mean, I could spend hundreds of dollars on tooling that I might not use very often, or I can just work with what I have and you know, build something that works, that doesn't cost very much. So, and these are made out of things that most guys at any level of technician, whether it be automotive or heavy equipment, probably have laying around in their box. So the first thing I'll start with is this here. It's just a basically run-of-the-mill nut driver. Now, most of you know when you buy a nut driver set, for some reason they come with a 6mm. This is a 6mm nut driver. I've been using these kinds of things, working as a mechanic for 25 years. I don't think I ever needed a 6mm nut driver. But what I did knew was I took a piece of 5/16 fuel hose and basically stuck it on the end of that. I'll bet you guys probably can't guess what this tool was made for. Well, how's about we walk through the shop and I'll show you. Follow me. Let's go for a little walk here. Bear with me. Hope you're not getting too dizzy here. Oh, great. It's after. Oh, here we go. Lights are on. Lights on, nobody home. Just gonna find some lights to turn on here so we can see what the heck we're doing. It's after hours here at the shop, so Brian Adams in the background, that's always good. Bear with me, folks. I'm making my way to the light switch here. Okay, so what this little tool was built for was anybody that works on trucks will know what I'm getting after here. So basically, on a set of dual wheels on a truck here, you've got your air valve for both the inside and the outside tire. So what this tool was made for, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but inside there is the valve stem for the inner tire on this set of duals. So what I built this tool for was to go in there. Basically, you shove it on the valve stem cap. It fits tight, but not too tight, but tight enough that it'll get it off. Because for me, my hand's too big to get in there. So this will get in there, get that valve stem cap off, and then you can get a tire gauge on there. So you just kind of stick the tool on the cap, wiggle it a bit, get it on there, and then just undo like you'd be loosening a nut or something with it, and then oh, still in there. Sometimes you get them, sometimes they're a little stubborn. Because the last guy cross-threaded it on there. So yeah, it's in there, and now a guy can get in there and you know, check the pressure, and then when you're done, you just get this back in the hole, get it centered on the valve stem, kind of start it, and then just turn this here, and it'll get that cap. Yep, it's back on there fairly snug, and then just pop it off, just like that. So having a piece of hose does a couple things for you. It grips that valve stem cap pretty good, but it also, you can look at this from here, from this point here. Sometimes when you're getting in there, it doesn't quite line up, so it gives you the option of being flexible. You can get it started. Getting it off is easy, but getting them started without cross-threading them is difficult. So it gives you the advantage of being able to flex it and turn at the same time. So yeah, handy as heck. Sorry about the finger. Okay, let's go back to the other side here. I'll show you the other stuff I got going on. Go for a bit of a walk here. Try not to shake too much, guys and girls. And also try not to show the company emblem on any of the trucks that we got here. So, okay, so that's the first tool. Now the second one I have, now these are tools that can be used on a later model Dodge truck with a gas engine, which is something that we have a lot of at the company I'm working for. 2500 Dodge, 5.7 Hemi, 6.4. They work on the 6.4, I believe, too, but I'm going to be demoing them on a 5.7. So this here is a tool that I built. Pretty crude, just a piece of metal, flat bar with a couple of looks like 5/16 bolts welded into there. It's drilled through and welded. And then I got this other tool. Basically, it's a rod that I welded a broken air hammer tool to the end of, so I could put it in my cheap as heck Princess Auto, or for our friends south of the border, Harbor Freight air hammer. And then I got it going down to, this is just basically a yoke off of an air pot push rod, like for a big truck, that I cut off and welded to that. And basically what I can do with that is I can use this. It's actually for removing a fan, a viscous fan, off of the front of the water pump on this gas on the 5.7 Hemi engine. So, but it works for other models too. Like I've used this for other models of truck, and it works pretty good. So having this push rod yoke gives me the advantage of, like, this is a wrench that I cut off and ground down specifically for the Dodge product, but I've used, I could just use 1/2-inch crowfoot wrenches and put whatever size I want in there and use this tool for basically the same thing. So let's take her over to the truck and I'll show you guys. We just happen to have a Dodge here, so I'm going to try to do this with one hand, so bear with me. Maybe I can get my phone to sit in here. I don't have a phone stand or anything as of yet, but so anyways, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see down there, but basically we're looking at the fan clutch on this 5.7 Hemi. So you can see that the water pump pulley has holes in it. That's where that homemade tool with the studs, with the bolts welded to it goes. It'll keep that from turning. And then I could put my air hammer attachment onto the fan hub nut. Now keep in mind, on this model of Hemi, on the newer style, body style, that's a left-hand thread, so you gotta turn it clockwise to loosen. On the 2000s, mid-2000s and down, like remember on an 06, 07, 05, that kind of stuff on the older Hemi, it was counterclockwise to remove like a normal nut would be. So let's see if I can get this phone set up where you guys can see, and see if I can get this to sit here and show you guys what's wrong with this tool. That's not bad right there. Let's go with that. Okay, so just stand by. I'm going to grab the tool here. Try to do this without knocking it down, knocking the phone down. So this, basically, you come up underneath here. I can get, there you go, right there. So those studs, or bolts I should say, fit into that. See that? They go right into that water pump pulley. Now, this tool, if I get the attachment for the air hammer in there, this goes, try to do this without dropping everything, get the fan out of there. Okay, we're on. So maybe I'll move this fan out of the way. Can you see that? I got this, my crow's foot, my homemade crow's foot is on the, I'm trying to move my light here so you guys can see. Best I can do, everybody, bear with me here. Budget YouTube channel. So that's on there. Now what I got to do is hook up the air line, and it's going to be a little noisy here, so, and hopefully she won't put up too much fight coming off. Let's try this. So hold this and hit the air hammer on the nut. Well, there you go. That was almost a little too easy. So yeah. So basically, these tools that I made for next to nothing with pieces and parts that I had here, did the job again. So I just wanted to share this with everybody. 5.7 Hemi, especially tool number 1. Tool number 2, I mean, everybody's got a push rod yoke laying around from an air brake. Crow's foot, cheap air hammer. I think I got her for like fucking 40 bucks or something. Sorry about the swear, I didn't mean to do that one. And yeah, tire tool. I mean, who don't have a nut driver like this size that they don't use, and some 5/16 fuel hose laying around. So that's I mean, I could show you 100 things in this box that I've built to do quick jobs such as these over the years, but I'll start with these ones. So yeah, from under the hood of a Dodge Hemi 5.7. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.